Um, Hello, greetings to all. My name is Manoj Kumar. I'm here with Teja Lakshmi. I'm here to present about the AQP Level 2 Chapter 3, Audit Planning and Performance. Audit planning elements. An audit should include the following key factors: the audit objectives, the audit criteria, references, documentary information, the audit scope, the audit locations, dates and places, the expected time and duration of on-site activities, the roles and responsibilities of audit team members, the allocation of appropriate issues, the extent to which the audit sampling is needed. There are also some key factors that audit should be formal, systematic, well planned, and documented. The audit plan should be reviewed by the audit client and presented to the auditee before audit. If any objections raised by the auditee, it should be resolved between the audit team leader, auditee, and audit client in advance to the audit, in advances of the audit. Next, audit authority. The internal and or the external entity has the authority to initiate an audit, and audit must be identified. The audit authority is the one who has the most responsibility to direct the audit program, provide leadership and support to the audit group, provide adequate auditor skills, training, provide escorts when the company is the supplier subject of the audit. Position or organizational authority. During the planning stage, the lead auditor should know who is the top of the manager as the authority of the audit. Policy authority. The auditor's quality manual is often utilized during the course of an audit to determine if the procedures are effective and carried out as specified. Contracts. Before conducting a supplier audit, the auditor should be careful to review the contract. They must include specific requirements which must be met along with packing and shipping agreements. A requirement for it for a time. Shipment and product quality requirements. It is also the primary documented source to determine the compliance. Regulatory mandates. Regulations and laws are imposed by the government agencies to protect the health and safety. Non-compliance with applicable regulations bring severe consequences due to the potential risk to the public. These auditing agencies include the Food and Drug Administration, Nuclear Regulatory Commissions, the Environmental Protection Agencies, and Department of Health. Next, specification and document references. Auditor should investigate the quality history and recent quality level of supplier product or service for trend analysis in advance of an audit. Client references to either the company or organization requesting the performance of audit. Hierarchy, the quality assurance manager, administration of an audit program should submit the audit report to higher authority or to direct the lead authority to make admissions directly. Audit team leader to carry goals, objectives of the audit program. Next, the audit purpose. This is a management should be able to rely on the skills of the auditor and also the audit results in order to make the decisions concerning contract awards and agreements to purchase investment in supplier based on tolling, continued involvements with the suppliers. Then the audit frequency within an organization, the internal audits may be organized on a regular basis for management and business related purposes. Audit frequency should be developed based on the importance of the activity of the audit organization. What department, process, or supplier shall be the first to schedule schedule on the schedule depends on where the biggest needs or the most costly problems are occurring. Next, the number of auditors. The number of personnel required is minimum honor one and not more than four. It depends on the depth of the audit. For full system audit, average number of two or three auditors is generally considered effective. For purpose or product audit, one or more auditor may be sufficient. Next, audit schedule. The client or the audit authority makes the final determination as to the need for the timing of an audit. Audit conducted routinely or by request, or routine audits, client or audit authority determines the audit frequency. Uh, it should be formally documented in a scheduled format or timetable. Annual audit spread out over a period of time, usually once per year. Excessive audit does not yield effective results because of the auditor will not be too hard or busy to adequately plan for the each audit. Next, audit schedule. The audit schedule and the audit letter of an audit announcement are usually prepared by the lead auditor. Audit schedules are critical to overall function of the audit program. Annual supplies and are critical to overall function of the audit program. The subject of the audit, the proposed date, the type of the audit is to be performed, the scope of the audit, audit team leaders and the audit team member, audit team size anticipated. Next, finalizing the schedule. The lead auditor is responsible for the content with the auditee to reach agreement on audit dates which are acceptable by the both parties. The lead auditor should update the schedule to show the specific dates once they are established. Uh, Next, if any extension or objections occurs, only if the key auditee personnel become unavailable due to sudden conflict of business schedule. Occasionally, the auditee may keep attempt to put the audit in an effort to buy time. Next, audit notification. When the audit schedule has been developed and approved, the audit team leader or the audit authority has the audit team leader or the audit authority has the responsibility to formally notify the audit organization. While working with for a new supplier, the lead auditor should plan for a pre-award or the pre-audit plan. Visits are done usually in the telephone call uh, that precedes the formal notifications. Lead auditor's credentials. The success for a success of the audit depends on the lead auditor. They must have extensive training covering principles, applications, and conduct of auditing practices, oral and written skills, interpersonal skills, honesty and integrity, organization and management skills. Thank you.